Hi, welcome back to SAP Business Object Processing Framework series. Today we're going to see the property, static property, how we can mark the attribute as a read-only attributes. Also, we see how we can disable the property of the node attributes. So the use cases. So we in the last session we model the change log information, which is user created by, changed by, and the date of creation, date of change. These attribute we model on the business object root node. So so as we said, so this will be via the determination whenever somebody change the node instance, this value will be automatically determined and populated on the corresponding node attribute. So we don't want the user to enter the value manually on these field. So we want that to be always read only on the UI side. So how we can define the static property in our business object? Let's see. So let's open the business object processing framework export transaction code BOPF and open our business object RET order and expand the node elements and then select the root node, expand the root node and select the static properties and expand it. Double click on the root and you can see in the right side you have a node category action and action properties. Let's select the tab action properties. So currently the business object in display mode. Let's change it to edit mode. So you see here, so you have enabled and read only and mandatory is available. So we know how we already done that for the attribute order ID as a read only, as well as key and parent keys are marked as a read only. So similarly, I want to mark these attributes user ID change, user ID create, and date timestamp change and timestamp creation. So just select this checkbox and do that. Also uncheck this final option. Similarly, you do the change user ID creation user ID. Okay, and yeah, pretty much we define the attributes. Similar to the other key attribute, like now you can see here key, which is also enabled, not disabled. So it's enabled checkbox has been unchecked. So disabled on the UI, and it's also marked for read only. Same goes for the parent key. So I want the same thing to be done for the root key also. So I will make this field as disabled. So enable checkbox is going to be unchecked and also mark this as a read only on the UI for the application. So that is on the modeling part for the attributes via the static properties. Let's save the business object, and so the regular procedure to make sure that your object is checked and corrected also generated. So let's do the check and correct first, and business object is consistent and generate the business object, which will generate our constants interface again. So now your modeling is done. Let's do the testing. So let's go and execute the business object. So you can use the F8 function keys, or maybe you can use this function to test to open the transaction code for a business object test UI. So it's open. Let's load the existing instance first and see whether that changes are reflected. So instance by query and select all. Let's say okay. So now you see here There are couple of instances where we have the change history or change log user ID information has been captured. Let me just select this, okay, where this information is blank, and I selected that order, and then I go for edit on the UI, and I can see these fields are not editable on the UI. Let me cross verify it in the bottom section also. See, these fields are editable, but user ID and the date and times are not editable. Okay, let's change some value to populate this information, and let me use the F4 here and browse it. Use F4, yes, so it's coming up pop up. I can put it as a new n order and press save. Let me save this instance. Now the transaction has been saved. Okay, so looks like these fields are not populated. I have to see what is going wrong. Let me check it one more time with another value. Update. Okay, looks like when we do some changes here, this determination is not getting called. But when we change the value in the order ID and phone ID, this information has been populated correctly. Okay, we need to check the determination triggering point why that is not called. Okay, so this is a way you can see that you can model the property determination in static way in the business object level. Thank you.